Hello, hello. So I'm back and I'm on time. May 6th. I said I was going to be here and I'm here. Check me out. Anywho, said I was going to do a thing. Matter of fact, I'm going to do two things. The first is going to be a poem from the Handy Dandy Notebook, and the second is going to be a read excerpt from my novella. So, without further ado, let's get into this poem. It's called Corey, and it's dedicated to a very special family member who is no longer with us. Here goes. You introduced me to things that molded my mind. Formative years wrapped around our short time. Reasonable doubt plays, and I can only think of your name. There was something in those jokes and pranks that shook me to my very state of being myself no matter what comes. You taught me to be strong, to hear myself over any hum. And that you still love your folks even when they're wrong. You just gotta pull them back right. Keep y'all bond tight. So that even in the darkest days, you know that somebody got your back, right? You know, to be honest, I couldn't tell you how many years it's been without counting them. But I keep trying to do my best to show you that it wasn't only torture you used to give me, but also the heart to push on and show you what I've done. The only nigga that could have claimed to be my legitimate brother, because God knows you meant more to me than just the nephew of my mother. There was a bond no matter how it was built. You kept me from harm even when you had guilt, because you know sometimes you wasn't right. But I always hung around because we was tight. And no matter how long it's been, you'll still be my 2-day twin. I still celebrate that nigga I used to claim to hate. You'll always be the one I wanted to impress. Always wanted to show you I had better than my best. I wonder if you saw. I wonder if you ever knew. But there are times my heart's still a little raw because I love you, big cousin, and I still miss you. So that's that. Now, emotional stuff aside, I really do miss that guy. That was my big cousin. That was my big bro. He was my guy. Anyway, on with the shenanigans. I'm going to read an excerpt from my novella. It is called Evil Eyes. Of course, there will be a link to go get that in the description. It is not expensive, but it is not for free. Just like people keep saying, you got to pay for what you get. You get what you pay for. I'm just saying. In the background is my son. I said when I started this channel, you will run into my child, and I'm not going to stop recording because of him, because I'd be re-recording a lot, and I'm not doing that. Ain't doing it. So, Evil Eyes, the novella. This excerpt I'm reading is from the first chapter called The Beginning, and it is one of the best parts for me. Yeah, I admit now, disclaimer, it's a little creepy that this would be one of my favorite parts, but it is what it is. So, we're going to start with this paragraph. It says, Travis had dull brown eyes, like his mother. She was a nice woman. His sister, however, had those large, Disney-esque hazel eyes with green flecks in them. I remember seeing her eyes for the first time, twinkling and all aglow from the gem lights. They threatened to pull me in and call me a good boy. I wanted to stab them out then, but I couldn't. I didn't have anything sharp enough on hand, and I supposed it would cause a scene. So I played polite with this demon-kindred spirit of Marguerite. Hello, Miss Lydia. She smiled like a demon. Hi, Barone, is it? Yes, it is. You say it almost like my mother. She truly did. This only made me hate her all the more. At that point, I just wanted to run away and be rid of this woman with the shining eyes, but I was stuck there, forced to play nice with a demoness. So, Trav, Tell me that you transferred. So Trav tells me that you transferred to this school last year. I nodded my head. Yeah, I graduated the year before you got here. Kind of wish I failed now. As cute as you are. You would have had to keep me around. I would have had to keep you around. Excuse me. Can't even read my own words sometimes. Dead burn shame. She smiled again and made me want to vomit. Because of those bright eyes that only got brighter when she smiled. Oh, really? Yes, sir. Lydia touched my shoulder. I excused myself to the restroom to just be away from that monster in women's clothing. I splashed my face with water, thinking out loud. Just a ride to the party, and afterwards I can walk home. It's not that far. I walked back into the gym and cheered my basketball team to victory, all the while turning down advances from the Lydia. This bitch demon even felt up my leg on the ride to the party. I hopped out of the car with haste, and Travis and I went inside to greet our dull-eyed friends. They were good people. That night, peer pressure got the best of me. I drank entirely too much, and after my last drink began to wander around this giant house for a place to rest my head, I stumbled into a room that smelled like really good weed. It was a nice, soft, sweet smell. So I ventured inside to lay down. I lay there on my back, drifting to sleep when Lydia came in. Technical difficulties. Can't go any further. I was intending to go at least to the next paragraph. But it's not looking like that's going to happen. So yeah, that's my excerpt. As corny as that is, that's what I have for you guys today. Not a super long video, just updates. I am going to be doing something else on the 21st. Probably continue on with this excerpt, I guess. But on top of that, I'm going to also be celebrating another person who was very, very important to me in my life. On the 21st is going to be a little bit different, a little bit tweaked, and yeah, I'm definitely going to be continuing with my excerpt as my computer just decided it didn't want to read anymore. Trying to give you guys a snippet of some freebie of the novella, because otherwise you're gonna have to pay for it. I don't give away freebies. Sorry. I don't have a big enough following to give away freebies, and as I've said before, I'm a mom. I got bills and a little dude that eats entirely too much. But yeah, so as I said, this will not be the last time you see me. Till next time.